Hi everyone, a warm welcome to yet another session by Board Infinity. My name is Anupam Srivastav and I will be taking up today's session, which is based out of Facebook ads. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all of y'all for the wonderful response over the last live session, what we did over YouTube. And yet here we are with Facebook ad this time. Now, in today's session, we would talk about what is paid advertisement, what is Facebook ads, and obviously, yes, how do we create a Facebook ad? Now, going ahead further, we will be first trying to understand the difference between organic promotions and compared to inorganic promotions, taken up further by the various different aspects of paid advertisements. Now, we all have been using social media for a pretty good amount of time now. And now is the time for me to understand that why do I need to use paid advertisements? Because if I want to promote myself, I can go ahead, create a page on Facebook or on Instagram or on LinkedIn, and I can post about myself over there. Then why shall I go ahead and use paid advertisement? Now, there are various different reasons that why one should go ahead and use paid advertisements. To be very much precise, when we talk about the paid advertisement gives you a very quick result. It's not like organic, which is a time-taking process. Perhaps it gives you results in a short span of time. And on top of that, one of the major differences that here, when we talk about in terms of the paid advertisement, you can go ahead and target people based out of your requirement. So when I say your requirement, it could be based out of your interest, your behavior, your hobby, and various other factors. This is the major reason why we use Facebook ads. Now, one thing which is very much important for us to keep in mind that I can achieve a certain objective with the help of Facebook. Yes, you heard me right, objectives. When we talk about any of the ad management platform, there are objectives. These are the goals which you want to achieve with the help of the respective ad management platform. Here, when you talk about Facebook, as compared to all the other ad management platform, Facebook gives you the maximum. I would say Facebook gives you the maximum number of, I would say, objectives being available. So first, let's quickly go ahead and see that what all different objectives is what I could have. So when we talk about the objectives, okay, so let's say very first is going to be reach, brand awareness, then I would say traffic, lead generation. Then we would come down and end up talking about something what we call it to be as video views, messages, store visit, conversion, product catalog sales. Okay, all right. So various different objectives is what you can achieve. Now with this, one more thing is what I would like to bring onto your notice. One ad can help you to achieve one objective. With one ad, you cannot expect to achieve all the objectives listed on the screen. With this, one more thing gets clear that your ad will do what you want them to do. If you want your ad to get you traffic, which is getting people towards your website, it will do that. Or if you want to get conversions, let's say it could be sales or form fill-ups or anything of that sort, it would do it for you. So your ad will do what you want them to do. Okay, clear? Now, before we proceed further, let's quickly go down to Facebook and have a look at how does the advertisement on Facebook looks like. Now, advertisements on Facebook can be shown into major and various sections. If you could see, I'm here onto a Facebook account, and on the right hand side, I've got this particular section which says sponsored. And then I've got two different advertisements being available. One is something what we call it to be as Resonate. The other is something what we call it to be as Agio Life. So these two are the advertisements. In the similar way onto your feed, when you keep on scrolling down, possible chances are there that you might get to see a lot of advertisements out here. Now, when you talk about the advertisements out here, let me just quickly see that if we could get to see some of the advertisement. Okay, I don't think so we are getting anything as such as of now. So many a time over here also, you will get the advertisements being visible over here. And over this section, it will be mentioned as sponsored. Also, if you go down to your marketplace, okay, in the marketplace also for a lot of them, you would get to see that it's marked as sponsored. So can you see sponsored? And this is the sponsored advertisement, which is Brigade Group. Clear? This is the sponsored advertisement. Clear? Yes. So like this, how the advertisements are shown. Also, if I ask you to go ahead and open up your phone, okay, and if you have got Facebook Messenger available on your phone, if you open that, you would also get to see advertisements being visible between two different messages. Advertisement being visible between two different messages. This is what the advertisement on Facebook is. Now, when we talk further about Facebook advertisements, over here, all the advertisements, okay, over here, all the advertisements needs to have an image. Okay, so I would say prerequisites. And in terms of prerequisites, the very first requirement is going to be image or a video or a slideshow. Okay, then you would also supposed to write headline, description, and then I would term it to be as, I would say, a web link, a website link, wheresoever you want people to go with your that. Okay, so these are going to be the prerequisites. Now, a lot of people might have the question now in their mind that what about Instagram? So obviously, yes, you're thinking right. If you want to run advertisements on Instagram, you need to end up using Facebook ad management platform itself. The moment you end up using this particular platform, you will be able to showcase your ad on Instagram eventually. Okay, clear? Now, when you talk about images, various different images sizes are there which could be preferred. Let's say 1080 into 1080 pixels. So this is something which is highly preferred, okay, which will give you an exact size which is widely utilized. Okay, so this is something which is pretty much important, or a specific ad size. Whereas perhaps you can go ahead and opt for any of these sizes, but this is one of the most preferred size. Okay, this is one of the most preferred size. Video, again, slideshow up to 10 images, headline, description, web links. Clear? This is what it is going to be. Now, when I talk about prerequisite, also you should be aware about that what kind of money you're willing to spend, which we call it to be as budget, because the kind of results what you will get is purely dependent on the kind of money what you're spending, and also obviously how nicely and how strongly your ad has been created. If anything is towards the lower side or onto the lower side, don't expect it to work onto a very wider side. Is it clear? Yes. So that is again something which is very much important. Clear? Yes. All right, perfect. Now, when we proceed further with this, now, if you want to go down to Facebook advertisements, the first thing is first, you should have a page available on your Facebook. Without a page, you will not be into a position to go ahead and create ad. Clear? So having a page is mandatory. If you don't have a page, it's not going to work out for you. Clear? Yes. So now is the time when we talk about that if you want to go down to Facebook, you need to go down to the URL which says facebook.com/ads manager. So this is the URL if you want to go down to Facebook. Okay. And then you can log in through your Facebook account and you will get to see something like this over here. Can you see? You will get to see something like this over here. Got it? So this what you get to see in front of you is your Facebook ad management platform. You can see there are a lot of ads. It's a dummy account which is used to train for the advertisements, and you can see all the ads are there into draft. Okay. So over here, this particular platform is from where ads are created. No matter which brand it is, they all end up using this platform if they want their advertisements to be shown on Facebook. Is it clear? Yes, got it? So that is how it is. Now, if you could see, there have been hierarchy. So there is campaign, then ad set, then ads. So what is this? So basically, this ad management platform has got categorizations. So the moment you're willing to select your objective, it's going to be termed as campaign. The moment you want to set your budget, decide which location you want your ads to be shown, okay? Or on top of that, which particular, I would say, audience your ad should be visible to, you're supposed to go ahead and select ad set for the same set of settings. And the final ad is that particular section where you will design the final look and feel of your advertisement. You will design the final look and feel of your advertisement. Is it clear? Yes. So that is what we have got over here. Clear? Yes. All right. Perfect. Now going ahead further. Okay. Now going ahead further. I have got this option of create. I would click down to create, and here you get to see. So these are the various different objectives, which has been very nicely categorized by Facebook in 3 major sections. What we also call it to be as the life cycle of a digital customer into a funnel, which is awareness, consideration, and conversion. So if you have seen the previous session, we have spoken about what is awareness, consideration, and conversion. Okay. Now it says that if you want to build up awareness for your audience, you can go ahead and opt for brand awareness and reach. If you want to opt for consideration, you would go ahead with consideration, opting for traffic, engagement, app install, video views, lead generation, messages. And if you want conversions, you can go ahead with the conversions. Okay. Let's say when we are running up the ad for the very first time, and to make things easy for y'all, I would go ahead and opt for the option, what we call it to be as brand awareness. So I select brand awareness, and the moment here it is brand awareness, I go ahead and click down to continue. I go ahead and click down to continue. Now, the moment I have clicked on to continue, the very first thing which is being asked is the name of the campaign. Now, this name is only for my reference. Okay. The reason why it's asking me for the name is because going ahead further, I might have multiple campaigns created within my same ad account. So how would I as an individual get to know that this is the account or this is the advertisement which I was running or which I need to edit based on the requirement in the upcoming sessions? Clear? So I could give any name. So let's say I would say reach website new. So I've just given a name based on my reference. You can give name on your reference. There is no specific thumb rule as such. Okay. Now, once I'm here, I have this what we call it to be a special ad category. Now, special ad category is something which is very much important for us to understand. Because when you talk about special ad category, this is something which keeps you updated, okay? Which keeps you updated that this is all about what, okay? Now, what kind of ad you're willing to run? Until unless it's a very generic ad for e-commerce, services, business, it's all okay. But the moment you're willing to run your ad for these 4 categories, which is first, advertisements for credit card offers, vehicle loans, or anything in terms of financing, you need to select a special ad category. If it's employment, again, you're supposed to select. If it is for housing, where you're talking about home loan and home mortgage and all of these, again. And if it is in regards of social issues or elections or politics, you're supposed to use. If you're doing it for a generic service or for an e-commerce, you need not to be worried about. You're not supposed to go ahead and opt for this. Clear? So as of now, I'm creating up a basic ad, so I would leave this. Okay, now it's asking you what is your objective. So obviously, yes, I have opted for brand awareness, so I would let this be. And rest, all the options remains as it is as of now. And I go down to next. Now, if you could see from campaign level, I have come down to the ad set. If you see over here also from the campaign, I've come down to ad set. The moment I have been here onto ad set, it's again asking me for a name. And now people will be like, I just gave name. Why is it asking me again? Now, here is the catch. You need to understand. One campaign can have multiple ad sets, and one ad sets can have multiple ads. For an example, something like this. So let's say I have got campaign. Okay. Under this, I can have ad set 1, ad set 2, ad set 3. So I can have multiple ad sets. Under ad sets, I could have ads. Ad 1, ad 2, ad 1, ad 1, ad 2, ad 3, and then again I can go ahead and have based on my choice. Clear? So if you see the structure, under one campaign, you can create multiple ad sets, and under one ad set, you can create multiple ads. Clear? And that is the reason why it is again asking you that what name you would like to give to the ad set, because apart this, within the same campaign, which is reach website new, I can create one more ad set. Clear? So I would give a name over here, let's say digital marketing, okay, landing page. Yeah, so I've just given this name based on my reference. Over here, I would let all the options be as default as it is. And now I come down to the main structure. The very first is budget. Now it's asking you daily how much you're ready to spend. So let's say for an instance, my daily budget is 2,000 rupees. Clear? Yes. So on a day, my ad will be spending 2,000. So let's say on an average, if my ad is running for 10 days, you can expect that my overall budget spent is going to be 20,000 rupees. Okay, clear? It could be a more also to a very limited amount, or possible chances are there it's less also. If it is more, it will take extra money from your account. If it is less, the amount remains in your account, which can be later utilized for any other ad at that point of time. Clear? The moment we are done with it, now it's asking you when you want your ad to start. Now, one thing to be kept in mind. So it's not like that I will create my ad now and the very next moment people will get to see that. No, Facebook says that you can create your ad, but once your ad is created, your ad will come down to Facebook for a review. And in this review is when Facebook will see the ad, try to understand whether your ad is within the terms and conditions of Facebook or not, whether you have violated any terms and conditions. Based on that is when the advertisements will be shown. Now, what are the terms and conditions? So for that, what you could do is you can just simply come down to Google, okay, and search for Facebook ad policy, okay. And then you have got this, what we call it to be as Facebook policies or image and text policies, okay. So go ahead on Google, you can just search for these and then you can go ahead and have a look over these two links. The first one, image and text policies, and the third one, which says advertising policies. The moment you have gone through this, you shall be into a far better position to understand that what kind of ads you can create, what kind of ads probable chances are there that it will get approved, what kind of ads will not get approved. You will get to know each and everything out of that. Clear? You will get to know each and everything out of that. Okay. So that is again something which is very much important. Okay. Clear? All right, perfect. Now after this, the moment I have given my budget, I can select that, okay, now I'm creating my ad today, but I want to start it from 20th, and you can give the time. In the similar way, if you want to give an end date also, that I want my ad to run for 10 days, and you can just give a time, done. Got it? Now, we always say that at least create your ad 2 to 3 days prior to your ad start date, because Facebook has never said that what is the approximate time what this particular platform might take to go ahead and approve your ad. But it is preferred to create your ad at least 72 hours prior onto the platform and give a start date. Now, after this, what will happen is that in case if your ad has been approved, okay, it will automatically get paused. It will not run. It will run only on the given date and given time. Yes, and it will automatically get stopped on the given date and given time. Clear? Yes, that is how this particular platform works. Is it clear? Yes? All right, perfect. The moment we are done with it, now I come down to audience. Now, custom audience is what we might see into the upcoming sessions. We start from audience now. Now, the very first is location. Within the audience section, the very first option what we'll see is location. Now, location is where you want your ad to be shown. Now, this is something really interesting because you being seated at your respective places, you can make sure that your ad is being shown in US, UK, Australia, Canada, Germany, France, Japan, wherever you want it to have. Here. So now let's say I come down, edit this. As of now, you can see India is selected. So I remove India. If you want to target the entire country, you can do that. Just type down the name of the country. If you want to have a specific location, so let's say I've selected a specific location as Bangalore, and you can see Bangalore has been selected. Yes, got it. Now I want that within Bangalore, okay, one specific pin code should not get to see the ads. One specific pin code should not get to see the ads. So let's say I come down to exclude, and now I can type down the pin code. And I have selected the pin code. Now can you see this pin code has been marked as red? Yes. Now the entire Bangalore will get to see the ad, but not this particular pin code. Understood? Yes. So this is how it works. Clear? Yes. Also, one more thing to be kept in mind. Pin codes will work, but only for tier 1 cities. If you talk about tier 2 and tier 3 cities, it would not work out for you. Clear? So you should go ahead and plan for the targeting based out of pin codes only for tier 1. Okay. Let's say if I remove these, and now I want to target only one particular pin code. So I'll change it back to include, and now I'll type down my residential pin code. So let me just quickly, and here you go. So now can you see only one specific particular, I would say, location will get to see the ad, no one else. Clear? Yes. So that is how it works. Is it clear? Yes. That is how it works. Understood? Yes. Perfect. Great. So this is how it works over here. Now, the moment you're done with the location part, come down. We have got the age section. So you can target the people based out of age, what kind of strategy you have got based on that. Come down to gender. And now you can target people based on gender. Okay. Now, also one more thing which I would like to bring to your notice. Now, if you see on the right hand side, you've got one section which says audience defined. So now, based on the budget, based on the location, age, gender, it says that your audience is neither very specific nor very broad. It's into a defined set of audience. Whereas, according to this selection, your audience size is 50,200 to 59,000. Okay. Whereas, the amount what you have given of 2,000 rupees in a day, you can expect your ad to reach out to 26,000 to 45,000 people every day. Clear? Not an exact number, but an approximate value that somewhere between this is what you can expect. Now, the moment I will make the changes, so now it was men, so it's giving me a result like this. The moment I make it as all, so my data would change. Can you see? Yes, it has changed. If I go ahead and reduce my budget over here, you will see again the data getting changed. Can you see? I have made it to 200, it got reduced. The reach what I will get is 2,500 to 7,300. If I make it to 1,000, now can you see 13,000 to 37,000. Clear? So this gives you an approximate idea that by spending what amount of money, what kind of result is what you could get. Clear? And this eventually helps you to understand that, okay, what amount of money you should spend, what kind of results you're looking for, and all the factors like these. Is it clear? Yes? All right. Perfect. Great. Now, the moment we are done with this, now we come down to the actual business, what we call it to be as detailed targeting. Now, as you could see over here, I can target people based on demographic, interest, and behavior. Demographics, interest, and behavior is what I could go ahead and show my ads. Okay, now I come down to edit. Now it's giving me two options. If I'm aware about what kind of people I'm willing to target, I could just eventually start typing down over here. Okay, if not, the best option is to come down to browse. And now you see all these three factors. Now, very first is demographics. Now, what kind of people you're willing to target within demographics based on their educational factor, financial, life events, parents, relationship, and work. Based on what are you willing to do that? Okay. So let's say I want to target based on education. So select education, and then again what? Education level. So all the people who are there into the college and doing their post-graduation. So done. Clear? Yes. Then again, life events, again, whatever or howsoever you would like to target people out there, you can do that. Parents, relationship status, what kind of ones? Let's say the people, those who are single. Yes. So now you can see I've targeted people, those who have done their postgraduate. Okay. And then the people, those who are single in terms of their relationship status. Okay. Then I come down to interest. Now you want to target people based out of, so I would like to target the people who are very much interested into sports and outdoors. Okay. And I will again select sport. What kind of sport? If it is the entire sports, just go ahead and select the entire one of sports and outdoors, all of it. If you want to be very much precise, okay. If you want to be very much precise, that's a marathon. So I would select marathon to be very much precise over here. Clear? And then at the end, I want to target people based on their behavior. So now I can target. So what kind of devices? Do they frequently purchase? So I want to target all those people who are an engaged shopper on Facebook. Means they get to see something on Facebook, they get to see advertisements, they click on it, they go down to the website and they buy the product. Yes. So anything like this is also what I could go ahead and add. Okay. Anything like this is also what I could go ahead and add. Clear? Yes. So this is how you will be into a position to target audience. Let's say if you don't want to use the browse option, you are very much sure that what kind of people you would like to target. Okay. So I will just show you that process also. Let me remove quickly all of them. So I've removed all of it. Now let's say I want to target digital marketing. So I search for digital marketing and now can you see it shows you like this. So let's say all the people who are having, I would say who are the Facebook admin or the page admin, and this is under the behavior section. Okay. Or let's say, search for digital marketer. There is some issue with my internet, guys. I'm so sorry. I come down to social media marketing again. Can you see? So if you select this one, so this is based out of interest. If you could get to see it over here on the screen right hand side, it says that if you select this, you can expect your reach to be 84x going down to 99. And these are those people who are very much interested into social media. So I can go ahead and select that. Yes. Whereas personally, if you ask me, I would say that if you're running your ad for the very first time, it's always highly suggested that to please go down to the browse section. Going down to the browse section is when you would get more number of precise options, and you will also get to know that you can target people based on what, and you will be later into a position to go ahead and do that into a better way. Is it clear? Yes. So that is again something which is very much important over here. Clear? Yes. All right. Now, the moment you're done with it, let's say in case if you want to use this set of audience and again for your upcoming ads, so obviously I cannot expect you to go ahead and do all these settings over here. Click on to save audience, give a name and save the audience. Next time when you come down and if you want to use the same audience, one click of a button, select your audience and the entire data will be automatically filled based on what you're saving as of now. Okay, got it? So that is how this save button could help you out. Now coming down to placements. Now placements is asking where do you want your ad to be shown on Facebook. Now the recommended option is automatic because I personally don't have an idea that if people are visiting onto Facebook, which part of Facebook they will spend more amount of time, whether it is onto the right hand side what we saw or into the center of the screen, which is the feed, or within the marketplace or within the messenger what we spoke about. They could be anywhere. Yes, that is when we end up always selecting automatic, because then we give the authority to Facebook. Facebook will understand that which of the platforms are having the best possible results, and it will end up showing the results all according to the same. Clear? Yes. So that is how it works. The moment I'm done with it, I would scroll down and simply come down to next. So now I am done with my ad set and I come down to the ad level. Now again, I will give down to the ad level. So let's say I would say, awareness. So I've just given up a name and now it's asking me to go ahead and select a page. If you have got multiple pages, it will ask you to select multiple pages. Let's say I've selected one random page that I want my ad to be shown for this particular page. So when people will get to see the ad, they will not get to know that I as Anupam or you as an individual or respective people have created it, but eventually you would get to know that Prestige Keys has created the advertisement. Prestige Keys. Okay. In the similar way, if the Instagram account is linked with this particular Facebook page, you can go ahead and select your Instagram account as well. Now it's asking you what kind of ad. It could be a single image or a video or a carousel or collection, which is widely used only for handheld devices. So as of now, I'll keep it to be a single and video. I come down and now it's asking you to select the image with the section of add media. So I click on to add media, come down to image, okay? And then whatever image you have got available for yourself, you can end up selecting that. So let's say if this is the image, I've selected it, clicked on to next, okay? Now it's giving you the option that how you would like to have. So yes, this is okay, recommended, all right. And I just go down to done. And then yes, so you see, this is how the ad will look like as a preview. Now, the moment I have given up the image, I'm supposed to write down text. Yes. Now, whatever text you have got, you can please end up writing it down. And the moment you're done with it, now it's asking you for the website URL, because now you want that once people see it and in case if they click on it, they should go down to your website. Now, before you give down a URL, you need to write down a headline. Let's say, okay, so I've written up a headline and then I end up writing up the description. Okay, so here, so I have done this. Now we come down to the website URL. Now where you want. So let's say I will give down as boardinfinity.com. Here, so I've given boardinfinity.com. So in case when people get to see it and the moment they will click on this learn more or anywhere onto my ad, okay, anywhere onto my ad, they will directly go down to the website of Board Infinity. Now display link is what I could ignore as of now. Now over here, if you get to see, there is one button which says learn more. What kind of button would you like to have for your ad? Now you have the option to go ahead and change it. Okay, so here is the button, and these kind of buttons are termed as call to action. These kind of buttons are termed as call to action. Clear? So I would now go ahead and select the option up over here, whatever I have got. Let's say I end up selecting learn more seems to be better. So as of now, let's say I would select it to be as learn more itself. And do you want your ads to be translated in another languages automatically? If yes, then you can add the language. Okay. So you can go ahead and add the language, and then if shown to a different language, it will keep on changing accordingly. The moment I'm done with it, then we come down to the last option of tracking. Now, eventually we will not be using this particular tracking parameter as of now, because I want the data to be stored on Facebook itself. Okay. When in case in future, if you're using a third-party analytics tool, is when you can end up using this tracking. Okay, if not, then need not to be worried about. You can absolutely and happily leave it, because the data will be tracked automatically by Facebook itself, and it will be giving you the data from the very first moment the ad starts running, based on how many people have seen it, how many people clicked, the amount what you have spent, how much it is costing you for your ad to be shown, and all these factors. The moment you're done with all these things, okay, and is the moment when you can go ahead and simply click onto this particular button of publish. The moment you will go ahead and click on to publish, your ad starts running. Okay. Now, not starts running, it goes down for an approval. And the moment it is approved is when you can expect your ad to start running, and you can expect results coming up onto the screen. Clear? So that is how when we go ahead and do this particular thing. Now, this was if you just want to have an image or a video. If you want to have a slideshow, you can add multiple images over here and you can make it as a slideshow. If you want to have a carousel, then you can come down to carousel. Now, what is carousel? Carousel, I believe you people would have been seen advertisements where you get to see advertisements like this. Okay. And you have the option to go ahead and change, I would say, the cards. So you will generally get to see this for somewhere in terms of e-commerce. Clear? Yes. So now let's say I want to select carousel. So I've selected carousel. And now if you see, you have the option to add multiple images, and all the images will have a different headline, different description. And if you want, you can have different URL as well. Now, when I say different URL, means it could be different pages of the same website. If you're trying to send people onto 5 different websites with the help of 5 different cards, wouldn't be a very good idea to be done. Clear? It wouldn't be a very good idea, which will eventually help you out to go ahead and do that. Is it clear? Yes? Got it? So that is how it works. Okay, clear? So now let's say I would click on select image over here. I would select any respective image for myself. So let's say this is the one, I've selected it. Okay, now I will give a headline. I'll give a description. I'm just writing down anything random. The moment I'm done with it, I would come down to the second one and then again select another image for the second one. Okay, so let's say I select this and again go ahead and write down your headline, then write down your description. Yes, and again you can come down to the third one. So now if you go ahead and see the preview, okay, so if you go ahead and see the preview, so this is how the ad will look like. It will have carousel. If you see about Instagram, people can scroll on Instagram and they will get to see images like this. Can you see? Yes, the same goes for Facebook also. Clear? This is how the advertisements will be shown. In stories also, the ads will be shown up like this. Clear? Yes. So this is how the carousel ads are created. To be very much precise, carousel ads are very good when you want to showcase a product, let's say multiple products, okay, in e-commerce. Precisely not only products, rather I would say if anything in terms of services also. Let's say if you're a digital agency and you want to pitch your services for SEO, SEM, or graphic designing or website designing. So you can create one carousel and you can list all your respective services, which you can help people to go ahead and achieve based out of their respective results. Clear? So this is how we go ahead and create the advertisement on Facebook. Again, I would say that be very much precise that what kind of objective you are willing to achieve. And at the same time, I would also like to inform you people is that when you talk about creating of the advertisements, okay, don't expect that the moment your ad starts running, you will start getting results, and that too a very good quality results. Once your ad starts running, you will get an information, you will get an idea that how your ad is performing, what is working well, what is not working well. And according to that is when you can go ahead and make the changes. Okay, according to that is when you can go ahead and make the changes. So that is something which is very much important to be taken care of. Okay. Optimizing the ad is one of the most important factors. And to be very precise, if you're not able to optimize it properly, it becomes really difficult for you to get a very good result. So more than creating an ad, understanding that while creating the ad, what kind of results were you expecting? And after your ad started running, what results you have got. And it's not like that within a day, you should go ahead and make the changes when your campaign goes live. You should wait at least for 10 days to 2 weeks of time for your ad to give you a certain amount of number, and then eventually to go ahead and take an action based out of what it is and how it is. Clear? So this was a quick setup guide for creating up an advertisement on Facebook. In the similar way, you can go ahead, have a look over each and everything, and then let me know that whether it worked or not for you. Clear? And also one more thing, the more you explore around, the more strong hands-on you will have onto this platform, because we have to keep one thing in mind, that these are digital platforms and it keeps on getting updated time to time. Yes. So if you work on it today and then after 6 months, you would see a huge set of differences available over here. The best way to be updated is keep on exploring the platform every now and then, and this platform itself will let you know that what kind of changes have been done and why. Clear? So this is going to be the best method of understanding the updates, which is generally rolled out onto a quarterly and onto a monthly basis on a platform for Facebook. All right. So I hope that this session has been pretty much easy for all of you all to understand in terms of the campaign. So I would also like to know that once you have created this, what kind of results you got and not, and you can please mark it down into the comment section. All right. So that's all for today's guys. I would say work onto this and then we will meet back for some of the other topics in the upcoming weeks. Thank you, everyone. Have a great time ahead, all of you all, and all the very best.